Okay, hello everyone. Today we're starting a new unit, linear functions. Okay? A lot of this is going to be review, but we need to go over it for the next couple days, okay? In today's objective, we're going to review linear functions. The essential question, guys, what's the difference between a function that is linear and one that is not? All right, that's important to understand. What is it that makes something linear? Guys, a function simply takes an input, it does something to it, and then creates an output from that input. All right? It's a unique output number for each input. All right, and that's where we get the xy. All right, we take the input and make it the x, and take the output associated with that input as the y. And you create an ordered pair. All right, you can get a bunch of points and then draw a line between them. Okay, if it forms a straight line, then we say that function is linear. Guys, and linear basically means three things. The graph is a straight line, like we said. It has a constant slope. It's a very important concept. The slope stays the same throughout. All right, and its equation can be written in this form. Y equals mx plus b. And it's something I'm sure you've already looked at, but we're going to look at it again here the next couple days. Guys, the slope again, let me move my face here. Guys, the slope of a line is a measure of steepness. All right, it's a rate of change, a very important concept in math. All right, sometimes we call it rise over run. Again, you can pick 2 points on a line and then draw this little triangle kind of. All right, it's the ratio of how much it rises over how much it runs. All right, and you can measure that using the change in y and change in x. You can just count up and count over, or you can use 2 points and subtract them. All right, y2 minus y1 on top. The difference in the y is on top, and the difference in the x is on the bottom. And these are some examples. If it's 3 over 3, the slope is 1. All right, a slope of 1, just like that. They go right through each square on the grid, right through, okay? Oops, I'll come back down there. A slope like this, it's steeper, okay? So there's a slope of 2. It's up 4 over 2. And this one is more shallow. It's less steep. All right, a little more shallow, more flat. All right, 3 over 5 is a slope of 0.6, less than 1. As slopes can also be negative. Just look at it as x gets big. What is this line doing? It's going down to the right. As x gets big, what's the line doing? All right, a slope can be negative and it can be 0. A flat line has a slope of 0. And a vertical line has a slope that's undefined. And a vertical line does not have a slope of 0. It doesn't have a slope of infinity. It's undefined, okay? Real quick again, y equals mx plus b. You've seen this before. It's the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line. Again, m is the slope. M is the measure of steepness. B is the y-intercept, okay? Again, you can kind of think of it like this. The y is how far up we're going. The x is how far along we're going. All right, m is the slope. B, the y-intercept, is the value of y when x is 0. Sometimes it's kind of like the starting point sometimes. All right, how do you find m and b? B's pretty easy. You see where it crosses the y-axis. Again, you can set x equal to 0 and find out what y is at that point. All right, you can calculate m by graphing it and just saying how high does it go over how wide did it move. All right, you can do that too. The rise over the run. All right, or you can use 2 points if you want. So if you're given a graph like this, say, what's the slope of this line? Well, first you know that the value of b is 1. Right there, it crosses the y-axis at 1. And then just draw your triangle and say, okay, this goes over 1 up 2. Has a positive slope moving up like this, so the slope is 2. So you can write it like this, y equals 2x plus 1. Next one, this slope is going down. All right? Start right in the middle there. It goes down 3 over 1. All right? And here b is 0. It goes right through the origin. Y is 0 when x is 0. So b is 0. All right? And the slope is negative 3. So y equals negative x plus 0. Just drop the 0, guys, all right? Y equals negative 3x. That's what that line is. Also, again, a vertical line. The slope is undefined. All right? So we define it saying x equals some number. This one says x equals 1.5 because x always equals 1.5 along that line, no matter where you are. X always equals 1.5. All right, just write it like that. There is no y in that equation. Horizontal lines again, a slope is 0. And this one you just say y equals 3. All right, y always equals 3 right there. All right, just write the equation like that. For this one here, y equals negative 1. All right, y always equals negative 1 along that horizontal flat line. Slope is 0. All right, guys, go ahead and complete the video homework check. And I'll see you in class. Thanks for listening.